Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over Ampharos Community Day and just a few tips so you can prepare yourself going into this, knowing whether or not you should go hard or if you should just casually grind. It kind of depends. If you've been playing for a while, you could definitely go slow on this grind here, this Community Day. All right, so Mareep Community Day, how you all doing? Hopefully you all had a great time with your family and all that stuff. And back to the grind. So this is going down November 25th at 2 p.m. until 5 p.m., right? Bonuses are going to be, of course, increased spawns, but the actual bonus for this Community Day is going to be 1/4 eggs when you put them in the incubator. Now, you can't go into the event with your eggs incubated and get the bonus. You're going to have to incubate them once the event does start. So I don't know, maybe you should grab some 12-kilometer eggs or whatever you have lying around, obviously, but definitely take advantage of that. 3-hour incense, 3-hour lures, you know, the typical thing, right? This is a classic Community Day here. Now, what about the move? Dragon Pulse on Ampharos. Is that even good? Do you even want that move? For the most part, not really, but I would recommend maybe having a couple. But here's the thing. See, Mega Ampharos turns into part dragon, so it's electric and dragon, so then you're going to be able to get stabbed from Dragon Pulse. Okay, great, but it doesn't even have a dragon quick move, and there's much better dragons that outperform it, so what's the point? Is it good to have it for PvP? Ampharos is amazing in PvP. We're going to go over that here in a second, and that's pretty much solely why you would want to take part in this community today, so you can have something good for PvP, for the Ultra, and for the Great League. But as far as the whole Dragon Pulse move, yeah, you could go with some interesting spice Dragon Pulse on your Ampharos when you're in PvP, but for the most part, you're going to want Brutal Swing, and now the new move Trailblaze, or even Thunder Punch. You're definitely not going to want to go with this, so kind of a dud on that move, unfortunately. You're going to have, of course, Research Task, catch 3 Mareep, and you're going to get various different items, a Mareep, Ultra, and Great Balls. And there's going to be a $1 ticket. Those are always worth the price, okay? You don't have to do them. And I still have about 5 or 6 that are just sitting there that I need to complete in December because I don't finish them and I'm not looking at it. But for the rewards and items that you're getting, absolutely worth it. All right, and then you're going to see the bundle in the shop. Of course, you're going to always have the Community Day box, which is going to contain either an Elite TM or an Elite Quick TM, Elite Charge or Elite Quick. It's going to be 1350 Poke Coins. That's going to be 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Super Incubators, 1 Elite Charge TM, and then 5 Lucky Eggs. I purchase them every single time. That's just the way it is for me. And then you're going to have, for 480 Poke Coins, you'll be able to get 30 Ultra Balls, 1 Instant, 3 Super Incubators, and 1 Lure Module. I personally just bought in the shop the bundle that they did have for 5,000 something. That's pretty much like 50 bucks, but it came with an immense amount of incubators. It was incredible. So I don't need to buy incubators for a while. So anyways, there's that. Now, what rank do you want? What IVs are you going to be fishing for here when it comes to Mareep? Well, I'm going to put them up on screen right here. Rank 1 for the Great League for Ampharos. Of course, you're going to be evolving these. So yeah, but you're going to be catching Mareeps. So the IVs that you're going to want for rank 1 in the Great League is going to be 0, 13, 11. That's rank 1. Number 2 is going to be 0, 10, 14. Then you have 1, 9, 14. Then you have 0, 14, 10. And 0, 14, 9. That's going to be for the Great League there. All right. Moving on to the Ultra League, you're going to want 0, 13, 15, 0, 14, 14, 2, 15, 15, 0, 15, 13, or 0, 15, 12. Now, this is for the top 5, and I always kind of make sure, I don't make sure, but I let you all know that IVs are not completely everything. Definitely going to be good to have more higher ranked Pokemon. You're going to be able to take hits better. And if you're newer to this, what this all means with the lower attack is you're not necessarily making yourself do a lot less damage. That's by barely. It makes almost no difference. What you're doing is maximizing the bulk of the Pokemon and bringing it up to a higher level, because the attack IV is much heavier weight on the combat power. So if you have that lower attack, you'll be able to bring it up at a higher level, therefore maximizing the HP as well as the bulk that it does have, therefore taking better hits, more hits, and surviving longer in the game. That's how it all works, okay? In a nutshell. All right, now taking a look at my Mareeps here, my collection that I have going on. I do have a nice IV there. I mess around with my shadows. Honestly, that's where it's really at. Now, my shadows do have garbage IVs, but they work perfectly fine. I did power up that shiny Ampharos. Oh my god, XL2. Yikes, with horrible IVs. Yikes. I've since found 100, so I'm not powering that up. You don't need an Ampharos. You don't need it. Mega Ampharos, you don't need it. It's cool, like great design for sure, but unfortunately these things just don't have any weight to them when you have other electric type attackers that are going to be better. All right, so as you can see, that's a pretty good shadow there. That's a pretty good one there. It looks like a 3, 14, 14. Not bad. And there's the 100% IV. Now, the Mega Pokemon that you're going to want to Mega Evolve to get even more candy during this event are going to be Mega Kyogre or Primal Kyogre, Mega Ampharos itself, as well as Mega Manectric. Those are the Pokemon that you're going to want to Mega Evolve to get the extra candies. And I highly urge you to do that because it's simply Mega Evolving a Pokemon. Why not get extra candies? Even if you don't like it, might as well stack up, right? Okay, so I do have the Dragon Pulse on the Mega that I do have. Again, you're never going to use it unless, here's the unless part. Unless you're a newer player and you don't really have the abundance of Pokemon that all of us do have since we've been playing for so long, then jumping into it recently or your arsenal's just not there, this could help you for sure. It could be a great electric type attacker for you when it comes down to raids, when it does Mega Evolve. So I don't want to completely knock it. It's just when it comes down to it, the investments that we make in this game are very important. You could invest in an Ampharos. You're like, yeah, I love it. I mean, I guess when you're starting off, it could just be like, oh yeah, no, it's one of the first things I powered up. But you go and power one of these things up, you spend all this Stardust, come to find out there's other Pokemon that completely outweigh it as far as attacking and damage output. Would have been a much better investment for you all around, but then you spend all your Stardust on this thing that does mediocre for you. But what do I know? Okay, what do I know? But hey, there you have it, Ampharos Community Day. That's pretty much everything we need to know about it. Have fun, be safe, and get a Shundo. I guess you can hunt that. That's something that you could potentially try to get. But there you have it, folks. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Make sure you have notifications on, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Savant. Do you know what that means for us, the other 99+% of people? If we're going to do anything great in this life, it is going to require discipline. That's the truth. If you are going to accomplish anything extraordinary with the days on this planet, it is going to require you pushing through the discomfort and embracing the grind and disciplining yourself.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you gotta do me a huge favor. You gotta watch them choices you make. People make bad choices. They wake up and make another bad choice. They make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices. And they like, how did I get here? Choices. How did I get here? You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's gonna get you there. You all in your feelings.
The cause of laziness is a craving for comfort. It's wanting comfort. Ultimately, your problem is not laziness. It's the worship of comfort which produces laziness. It's that I don't want to do anything that I don't want to do. It's believing this lie that if it doesn't come completely natural to me, if it's not easy, then I shouldn't have to do it, or maybe I'm doing the wrong thing.
You have to make a choice. Either you're going to resort back to your old place and remain comfortable and miss the opportunity, or you're going to have to want it bad enough to get out of your comfort zone.
You can lie to yourself and then you don't need discipline. You can tell yourself everything's okay and then you don't need discipline. You can lie to yourself and say that you're winning and then you don't need discipline. But if you tell yourself the truth, if you tell yourself the truth that you know you could be better, you know you could do more, if you tell yourself the truth,